are, pushed into you. So over time, I believed as I was growing, as the company was growing, I would also reap, the dividends of being loyal, of being a good servant to the boss and to the company as a whole. But 10 years down the line, nothing of such. The company expanded so much that it can boast of being one of the best in the country. So at a point, I got an offer elsewhere, and I approached my boss that I would be leaving. He didn't want me to leave. He was offering me heaven and earth. I said no. I left. And even after like 12 years of service, I had an entitlement. I had some payments that were supposed to be given unto me, and they did not come. I kept pushing, I kept asking, until I had to do, after 1 full year, I had to do an email to the CEO, and I had to point out several instances how I had been a good servant to the company before that payment was made. And I looked to myself, and it was a moment of learning for me, and it changed a lot of perspective. Yes, there's loyalty. Loyalty is good. But how loyal are you to yourself first? You cannot be loyal to the workplace, to the relationship, to the community that's not giving anything back to you. So it's a big turning point in my life, and I started appreciating myself more. I started treating myself with more respect, appreciating what I possess, what I can do, and what I can offer. So yes, it's good to place ourselves first, even when we are up there to serve others. I don't know, it's like few seconds to 10 minutes.
Yes, few seconds more,
I don't
Mr.
know.
Jide. I have a question
Yeah.
for you to answer as
Okay.
well.
Okay.
So do you want to take the question, or would you like to round up?
Okay, so let me just round up. I was thinking I'll have just
All right,
I'll
in
be
few
able to
seconds,
tell.
please.
Yeah, I thought I'll be able to tell the story, but that would be difficult to say in a few seconds. But at the end of the day, it's issues come, issues go. When we go through a phase and overcome, we should be prepared for the next phase. So it's not, it's a cycle. Until we die, we will continue to face challenges and continue to fight and continue to, have victory. So I think I'll just round up like that and take
Thank you
questions.
so much, Mr. Jide. Let's give him a round of applause and let's celebrate him. Thank you so much for your time. And very briefly, could you help us answer the question, how can we know we are on the right track in just few minutes, let's say 1 minute at most?
Well, trust your intuition. I think it's an experience also, and we are made of the body, we are made of the spirit, and one way or the other, we train ourselves to understand our spirit, to commune with our spirit. So number one thing is trust that instinct, like saying don't do or do. And
All right,
by the time you step into the water, you also see how it goes. When to
okay,
keep
thank you
back.
so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Jide. V Grill, I see you're raising your hand. Do you have a question? V Grill, are you there? Okay, there's no response from V Grill. So, Mr. Jide, thank you so much for your time again. We
Thank
appreciate
you.
you. All right.
Yeah.
Do we have Barrister Antonia ready? Is she in the house?
Yes,
Anthony
yes,
Fedora. Okay. All right. So while I introduce Anthony Fedora Esquire, I will need her to kindly unmute in order for her to take over. Please make sure you keep your questions. We'll take them over time towards the end of the meeting. So Fedora is an experienced and vibrant legal practitioner whose work speaks impressively of our person. She enjoys being called Mommy Zane. I wish you can all unmute and just say, Mommy Zane, I. If you can do that real quickly in 1 second, please. Okay, so Mommy Zane is Zane is a beautiful son who is such a joy to behold, and she raises him proudly with a beloved husband. You're welcome, Mommy Zane. Let's have you, please. Barrister, are you there?
Hello, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
Good afternoon. Let's see you.
I would have liked for you to see me, but I have my baby disturbing me here. So you are going to see how our two faces looking here. Looking raggedy. Please permit me with the online pictures, because the real life is not the same. We all know that.
Okay.
So my name is Anthony Fedora Ogochukwu. I'm a legal practitioner with at least 8 years post-call experience. And it's very nice to meet all of you here. And you too, Mema, thank you for putting pressure on me consistently to remind me about this program. I'm happy to be here.
My pleasure.
Yes. Now, I would like to draw from the experience of the last speaker. There was something he said about his last workplace, where they expected a lot of loyalty from him. He ended up having issues with them. And I would like to take that opportunity to bring in some of the legal issues that we as Nigerians, we don't really care for when we're dealing with businesses, friends, companies, and a lot of situations. And of course, bearing in mind the recent social media and legal issues that people have gotten into recently, you know, with opinions and things happening and all that. So first of all, I would like to say this. I wish it was possible for every Nigerian to have access to a lawyer or a legal counsel, someone that will take you through the parts of things, you know, explain things as they are to you, and explain things in relation to how it works with government. You know, in that way, I think most of us will know our rights, know how to speak about things, and know how to demand for things the appropriate way, without someone being in the comments or telling you, you go jail, oh, you go do 10 years, oh, they go arrest you, oh, have you seen Very Dark Man? You know, although that situation is really very different from what we're talking about. So what I would like to base this topic on is social media, its usage, and legal consequences. Because I would also like to bring into play the what do they call it? The Cyberbullying Act that most people might not be aware of. Because once you get off what some of the things in that act, you would know how to react appropriately without the fear of legal consequences. So first of all, I'm going to talk about outrightly swearing for people, and I would encourage, except when the person is moving mad to you, I would encourage that we know how to speak with decorum on social media. You know the kind of words we use on people. And when you're not sure of an information, please use allegedly. That way, you're not under threat of any legal suits or legal steps, as we usually say it on Twitter. When you're not sure of the information you're passing, please use allegedly. That which means you heard it from a source that you're not sure of. Then, secondly, the way we speak to people online. You know, there is a difference between saying you're stupid and then alleging or wishing harm on people's In fact, I think Mema is one of my mutuals. She would know this. I've actually had I'm a new mom. I recently put to birth, and I had to change my profile name, everything to reflect the life of my son. So that also, you know how social media works, especially when you're someone that has an opinion and you have a platform where you can express it on. I've personally had people wishing death on my child. I've personally had people saying, this one will happen to you, this one will happen. And if anybody follows me, they will know that I've taken certain legal actions against such people. And you will find out that the people behind those pages that you're talking to, they are not even worth it. That's one thing I would like to point out here. They are not even worth it. So another thing, when you're on social media, please know what you expand your energy on, what you expend your energy on, what you waste time talking about. If it's a topic you're interested in, you share it. If it's politics or the government, please, I encourage you, speak up. We all need to speak up. If it's about your social life, easing the stress of your life of social media, I beg you, do it. Because a lot of people did not recognize this, but this social media has become like a small community. If you reflect upon it, that is what is giving us this platform that Mema is actually even inviting us on. That is the power of social media.
Mommy Zane, I have a question. I'm trying to eat into your time because you have like about 2 minutes left. So you mentioned that we should get someone to explain things to us. So who can we attract when it comes to getting someone to explain things to us?
If you have friends in legal practice, please get close to them, especially at this point in our community and in our lives as Nigerians. Get close to them. Ask them questions, especially as regards some acts. There are lots of acts, lots of laws in the space right now that the ordinary Nigerian does not know about. You'll find yourself, you go to the police station and they are telling you, you don't know you did this one or you did that one. Get your friends in law to explain things to you. Just randomly ask them questions. That's what I would advise.
All right, thank you so much, Mommy Zane, for your time. Although we have, I would need everyone to please give a round of applause, please. Are we there? Okay, so for every other person who will be speaking, our guests, please kindly note that you have 10 minutes to talk in order for us to be able to go around and not eat into the time of the next person. If you have a question, as I said earlier, please drop the question. You see the question bar there. Just make sure you drop your question there and it will be addressed over time. Thank you so much once again, Barrister, for your time. Let's give a round of applause again for the next speaker.
Sorry, can I ask one question?
All right, please go ahead.
Please.
So I want to know, there's all of this saying that police is your friend and you're not supposed to get detained, just because you air an opinion. I feel like Nigeria as a country, there are a lot of laws that do not get enforced and we just have to go ahead with it. I want to know your perspective about that as a lawyer. How do you think, do you see that's getting resolved anytime soon, or we just have to just flow with that reality?
Let's not flow, please. If you follow me on my Twitter, I don't flow. I don't flow. There are lots of things that are wrong with this country. Lots of things are wrong with the police. I've worked with the police for, I think, 4 years before I left to open up my own firm. And I still speak against them. I was working with them during NSAS, and I still came out for the NSAS protest. So you can imagine such a person. Please do not flow. Speak. But when you are speaking, make sure the facts are verified, like P2B will always say. And especially if it's an unverified fact, please say allegedly. And then the fact that the laws are not being practiced does not mean they don't exist. That's the thing that is wrong with this country. The laws exist, but the people that are supposed to enforce it deliberately forget it or leave it behind. So when your lawyer comes there, they will be the one to challenge them with that law that they are forgetting.
All right, thank you.
Thank you so much,
Yes.
Mommy.
Thank you so much.
Yes.
Abayomi, you're raising hand. Do you have a question?
Yes, I have a question. So, thank you to everyone that's spoken, and Anthony, Fedora,
Can
thank
you
you
make it
for.
brief, please? Abayomi.
Can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you. Can you make it brief? We're hitting into the time of the next
Oh,
speaker, please.
okay. Yeah. So, you did make mention of things that pertains to cyberbullying and all of that, and of course, this just brought to my head the very national issue that's become national, the Erisco issue with the Lady Chioma and what have you. What's your professional take on that scenario, as it were? It's a very popular, so I'm sure you'll be aware of it.
Yes, I'm aware of it, and I would say she aired her opinions correctly. Yes, she aired her. She didn't curse, she didn't swear, she didn't threaten. You understand? She didn't do any of those. It's just like when you read a book and you give a review. You understand, and you point out some of the things that the writers wrote in the book. That is why you see the power of good thinking Nigerians are behind her. Because we know she didn't err. She only complained that I've tasted these tomatoes. If you watch her video, you will say, I noticed that the sugar content is too much. It's too sweet in my mouth. Are they putting sugar inside that they are too much sugar that they are not telling us about? That was what the lady said. You know, it's even she was even milder than what Opeyemi Famakin would have done. Like, it's too sugary. Are you poor mad? What are they? You understand that kind of thing? So when you air an opinion in such a manner, it shouldn't be a problem. It shouldn't. So long as you're not threatening, you're not bullying, and you're not harassing anyone. Those are the keywords.
All right. Thank you so much, Mommy Jane. Thank you so much. A round of applause for her, please. I hope we can reach out to you probably at the end of this. I don't know if you can probably drop your email or phone number in the comment section so we can reach out to you. I personally would like to reach out to you afterwards. All right. So while we're giving her a round of applause because that segment is exciting for me, I hope Miss or Mrs. Elizabeth Ogunsheye is in the house. Is she here?
Hi, good
Elizabeth,
afternoon, everybody.
all right, so she will be taking us on life and its issues. And while she's preparing to take us on that, for the next 10 minutes, please, I'll read her bio. So Elizabeth Ogunsheye is a product marketing professional with over 8 years experience. She's popularly known as CC Lizzie and has proven herself as a lifestyle, relationship, and fashion content creator. She works as a brand manager for a major digital platform in Nigeria. The certified influencer marketing expert has represented major brands in the competitive Nigerian business space. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Elizabeth. With a clap, please.
Hi, good afternoon, everybody.
Good
Thank you very
afternoon.
much for the warm welcome. I would want to share my screen real quick. I would be sharing my screen real quick for a few minutes. Please just give me a few minutes because I have like a presentation for what I want to talk about. But I think I'm having difficulty doing that. So, but to just quickly mention or to reiterate, I'm actually speaking on finding footings with tech. So I don't know if that's correct. Mena, please, can you help with that? I'm speaking on finding
Yes,
footings.
yes, you are.
It's a mistake on my part. I beg your pardon. It is finding
right.
footage with tech.
Okay. All right. Let me just share for my Canva there because I'm trying to download it, so it's not opening. All right. So thank you very much once again for the introduction. So just quickly put this together. I would start with who exactly is Elizabeth. I've been introduced already, but there are like other things about me that you probably do not know. I'm a graduate from National Open University of Nigeria. I did my BSc and also my master's from there. I'm also a graduate of Product Marketing Alliance in the UK, and also an alumni of Nigerian Institute of Journalism, and also a member of Association of Digital Marketing Professionals in Nigeria. And pretty much where I've worked with Reliance Health, I've worked with Boomplay Music, Nigeria, Ghana, and Kenya, and I'm currently with Sterling Bank, and I've also worked with Proclean in the US. And outside that, I'm pretty much a very interesting person. I make sure that I find work and balance in everything I do. So now, why exactly are we here? We're here because we want to get into tech. And if you are part of the people that are interested in, getting into technology, into tech itself, I'm sure that is exactly why you'll be interested in listening to me. And let's get into it. How do you find your footing in tech? So now, when I was given this topic, I was finding it difficult to know where exactly to actually touch on, because there are different ways to find your footing in tech, especially if you are a startup owner, for instance, or someone that you're an investor and the like. So I have to choose a side, which is pretty much how to get into tech. So that is like where I'm going to be touching on. So now there are different ways to get into tech. Getting tech jobs. I'm sure you'll be hearing things like, oh, I work in tech. Tech now is in different phases, but we're going to be getting there. Sorry if you're hearing background noises. I'm currently like in a open space, trying to do something. So now, how do you get into tech? How do you, find yourself in that space? The first thing you need to do is understand the tech industry. This tech industry, like I said, is now bigger than what people think. People before think that tech is about knowing how to code. But right now, it is beyond coding. Please kindly confirm that you can hear me, please.
Yes, we can.
All right, thank you very much. So understanding the tech industry entails familiarizing yourself with the various sectors that we have in tech: software development, marketing, web development, and the likes, and also researching emerging technologies and trends. It's very important that if you want to get into tech, no matter which of the areas you want to get into, it is important that you understand the industry you want to get into. Another one
Sorry,
here is,
but are you trying to share your screen? I think your screen is just showing the caption, not like the list. Okay.
is my screen
That's okay.
showing now?
Yes.
Oh, okay, perfect. Thank you very much. So another thing here is identifying your interests. Like I said, tech is now in different forms, coding and non-coding. So you need to identify which one exactly interests you. Determine which of the areas and that aligns with your interests, your skills, your strengths, and consider whether you prefer technical roles that has to do with coding or non-technical roles that have to do with non-coding. Now, after identifying your interests and knowing which one exactly you want to do, acquire relevant skills. I broke this down into the two different tech industries, which is coding and non-coding skills. If you look at my screen well, you will see how I've aligned the coding, the tech skills that need coding, and the non-tech skills that doesn't need coding. Actually, I happen to fall into the non-coding skills because I'm in marketing, and currently I'm a product marketing manager at Sterling Bank. So I had to, even before I switched into product marketing, I had to research on the things I need to do to become that. Because I'm already in marketing actually, but I was more of digital marketing. But I really thought that, okay, I can do better. I need to improve my skills. That was how I got into the product marketing at the moment. So these are like the relevant skills you need. You just need to identify which one exactly you find interesting. There's for non-coding, for people that don't like coding, in case you don't like mathematics or you don't think all those things are like interesting to you, you can become a technical writer, you can become a project manager, you can become a product manager, you can even become a content marketing manager, you can become a content writer, you can become different things. These are various non-coding tech skills in Nigeria and everywhere, actually, all over the world at the moment. Now, after identifying those skills, you need to get education or certification in relations to these things. For me now, for someone like me, there is no, every month, every quarter actually, I put a budget that helps me acquire a new skill in my field. Currently, I'm also doing like a product marketing certification also in the UK to CXL. because you need to keep upskilling. No matter what you think you know already, it's important that you know that upskilling is very, very important. And to get into tech, you need to have these certifications. You need to have this knowledge to be able to know what to do, even when you want to apply for jobs or anything. Now, the next step is building a portfolio. You need to showcase your project. That's when you acquire those skills, you started experimenting them, you started working on some things that maybe writing. Let's say, for instance, maybe you're a technical writer. You started writing for brands, you started writing for websites, started building websites, started doing technical SEOs. You need to start building a portfolio from there. Show your work, maybe put it in I was going to show my portfolio actually, but maybe some other time, because I think there is a time gap. So, but you need to build a portfolio that helps you, stand out. And portfolio is a file or a document that consists of the work you've done, even if has not been published yet, but things you've created by yourself. You need to have those things when you're applying for jobs. You'll be able to have a front line for especially in the industry, in the tech industry. Actually, you need a portfolio. Very, very important. So now, building networking. If you want to last long in the tech industry, you need to network. This can never be overemphasized. You need to network. And how do you network? You network by attending tech startups, tech meetups, conferences, industry events. That is why from the beginning I mentioned that you need to know your industry by also knowing the things that are happening. Because this is how you'll be able to know what's going on. This is how you'll be able to get jobs. This is how you'll be able to tell people, oh, I'm looking for a job. I'm actually skilled in this, and I'm looking to intern. I'm looking to start. I know the job already. All I just need is an opportunity to showcase the work I have done in the past and all of that. And also is also connecting with professionals on LinkedIn. And I want to assume that we all have a LinkedIn account, that we are using as a professional. So you want to make sure that you build this network for yourself. Then you go into the job search after networking. The popular adage that says that your network, your net worth. So if your network is not strong, it's not firm, you will definitely lack information. That's why you see some people, you see that this person actually just fell out of a job, and the next month you're seeing that they already have a new job, and you've been searching for a job for 6 months, for 7 months, for 8 months, and you are cracking your head. Why exactly am I not getting a job? The truth is, it is your network. Because if you're okay, I'm almost done. I'm almost done. Yeah. So if your network is not as strong as it should be, you'll probably not, get where you want to be. So you want to make sure that there are different sites that you can search for job: LinkedIn, Indeed, Monster. Customize your CV, your cover letter, and for each of your applications, you want to edit each of your applications. Okay. And prepare for your technical interviews. Then the last one, which is okay. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Please, if you have questions, again, please kindly make sure you write it right there in the chat bar so she can take it up after. All right. And we're sorry we have to cut you short there. Please, let's give her a round of applause. A round of applause, please. Thank you so much. And we've spoken with Mr. Jide and Barrister, and I can remember Mr. Jide mentioned how loyal are you to yourself, then making sure you trust your instinct. And then Barrister said, get someone to explain things to you, and then you use the word allegedly. You don't just make claims without fact checking. Well, and then just as Elizabeth had said down, that you acquire skills, build a portfolio, build network, because what? Your network is your net worth. So this time around, we'll be taking one question. So V Grills, you've been raising your hand since. I don't know if you probably have a question, and you need to unmute yourself to ask the question. V Grill, are you still there? She has been raising her hand since. And so okay, you're there.
Yeah, good.
All right, please, your question.
Okay. I wanted to ask, Elizabeth, do you think someone can fit into the tech space without having any prior knowledge of tech?
Sorry, Vigre, we can barely hear you. Can you be more audible, please?
Wasn't clear.
Okay. Can you?
Hello, can you hear me? Hello,
Would you like to type it? Yes, we can hear you.
can you hear me now?
Yes, we
Yes,
can hear you
sir.
now.
Okay, I wanted to ask, if somebody doesn't have any prior knowledge about this tech space, do you think the person can fit in?
All right. Sorry, Monica, can I go? Can I
Yes,
take that?
please.
All right.
Yes, in few
So
minutes, please.
that is why I mentioned earlier in my presentation that it is important to research the industry. See, there is knowledge everywhere. There is knowledge on YouTube, there's knowledge on Google, there's knowledge even that's why you're also it is important to know the like your circle. If you want to go into tech and you don't have people in tech, do you understand? If you want to go into tech and your search bar on Google is not relating to tech jobs or tech industry, or your YouTube search is not relating to how do I become a product marketer, how do I become a digital marketer, like, do you understand? So no matter what you want to do, you want to make sure that you research the industry you want to go to, because there is knowledge everywhere. So if you don't have the knowledge about it, you can still go into it. All you need to do is research, have know people around you also that are into it, so that you can ask them questions and make sure that your set bar on YouTube, Google, and every other place has to do with what you need.
All right, thank you so much, Elizabeth. Vigreal, I hope you're satisfied with the answer.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So thank you so much, Elizabeth, for coming on. So
Thank
while
you.
we take a few minutes off, well, we're not going off actually, but then the convener, that's Mema, is going to, spotlight at this point in time. Mema, are you there?
Ma'am. Hello.
Mema. Okay, please take it right away.
Thank you so much, Monica. You're doing amazing. And yes, thank you everyone for staying in. And I'm sure we have so much more to learn. I'm grateful to all the speakers so far. I love the fact that a lot of people were able to say exactly what you're about. And even though we have eaten into our community break, I think that still goes because we do that while learning. So we're going to be spotlighting somebody in about 3 minutes by 3:20. That's about 3 minutes. So before then, Abayami wants to ask a question. I think you should go ahead.
Yes, please. Thank you. I want to ask Elizabeth, and thank you for the tech talk. But the question I want to ask is, for persons that want to consider career switch, how do you advise them to go about it? For example, I am a legal practitioner and I want to switch to tech. I want to think or believe that there are certain areas of tech that my knowledge, where I'm coming from as a legal practitioner, can directly fit into in the tech world. So if I was to come to you for advice, I want to switch into tech, what are those roles you specifically pick for me?
All right, that's a very interesting question, and I'm going to answer based on two things. Personal experience, that is my friend who happens to be a lawyer. Also, when I was in Boomplay Music, she was our lawyer actually. But Pelumi right now is a business analyst. She's a business analyst from being a lawyer, and she's still a lawyer actually, but she's currently a business analyst. She moved into tech. Do you understand? So you can always do anything you want to do. So far, you have the knowledge to know, okay, this is what interests me. As a lawyer, you can be a technical writer. As a lawyer, you can be a content writer. And trust me, content writers are actually being searched for everywhere. So all you just need to do is know which one exactly fits into you. That's why I said, that's why I even made sure that I pinpointed that there is coding and there is non-coding. You just need to know the non-coding tech jobs that interest you. Do you understand? And then go for it and then get skills in those related fields, acquire skills in them, get certifications. From getting certifications, you build your portfolio and then start getting jobs. It's simple, honestly. I hope that answers it. Abayomi.
Yes, you did. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Oh, sorry. Thank you so much for the question and the answer. I believe that the emphasis is just that once you want to do something, you have to go for it. And yes, just based on what our professionals have said, wherever discipline you currently are in, and however you want to go about it, you just need to know people in that field, commit to learning better, and let yourself go for what you really believe in. And the sky is your launching pad. So I don't know if IOM Lingeries is here, what I did earlier today was to try to spotlight some people on the group. I want them to come up on here and say what they do for a living and how they and hope they also network and tell you how you can partner with them in whatever they're doing. So the first person I'm going to be calling is OIM Lingeries. So you can go ahead. I don't know if you can unmute. Can you unmute yourself?
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone.
Good afternoon. Yes, you have to talk through. So sorry about that, bro.
Thank you. Please just manage my voice. I'm Molatuji Dayat. I'm a road safety officer, and I'm also an entrepreneur. I sell lingeries. I sell mostly sleepwears, innerwears for both male and female. So, if you wanna register your vehicle, you wanna do driver's license, you can contact me. I work with the National Vehicle Identification Scheme Department at FRSA. So if you have any question related to federal road safety, you can just call on me. And if you need any innerwear, sleepwear, and the likes, just contact me. So that's what I do for a living. Thank you.
Oh, you didn't tell us where you live. Where do you live?
Oh, sorry. I live in Kwara State. Ilorin, Kwara State. Ilorin.
Oh, okay. So if you are getting more people to contact you to get license for maybe our cars and all of that, do we have to do it? So can we do it with you and you just send it to us and we are fine, or it is better for us to do it where we are located?
Okay. If it's a fresh application for driver's license, you have to enroll to a driving school. So wherever you are, you can enroll in a driving school. Then we'll get a driving school certificate. After you get the certificate, then you can now apply for a driver's license. So I can do that for you. And I can even run everything. I can as well contact people in your states for the processes.
All right, thank you so much, Mrs. Daya. Well, I'm going to ask you one final question. What has been your experience? I feel like you're one of the most active people in our community for a while now. Well, yes, at least that's right. That's one of the reasons why you got at least nominated to get spotlighted. So I want you to say one thing that makes you enjoy while you're in the community. What is that one thing that you look forward to by being in the community?
Okay, and I look forward to connect with new people because I'm a kind of introvert person, but in this kind of online community, I have opportunity to express myself and meet new people. Then, in fact, I have someone now. One road safety officer is in this platform. I get to know him through this Dodges with Member platform, and we've been connecting since then. In fact, he has been giving me a lot of driver license work. I'm working for him.
Wow, that's impressive.
Yes.
I usually always say to let me know who, but I also know that the point of the community is also that you get to network and also get to meet yourself. So I'm very, very impressed by that. And thank you for coming to the spotlight.
You're welcome. You're welcome. Thanks for having me.
Sure. So before we go ahead and have our beautiful and excellent host to come back, I want to just reiterate that the purpose of community is that we know for sure that you are not alone and you can always get help. It might not be financial, it might not be maybe material. Somebody wants to give you a car, but somebody can connect you. I was talking to somebody just in the gym earlier today, and she was running ideas by me what she wanted to do. Education plans and all of that, and I made some suggestions. I was like, actually she spoke to me about it, and that's the point of community. So we always know that somebody will be there to lead us in the right direction, just the same way Mr. Jide, Elizabeth, Fedora have been able to say practical experiences of what life has been for them, and how you have to know when to stop. Even while you're loyal to people, you have to know when to also be loyal to yourself. So that is why you have to be in a community. Somebody said that isolation allows abuse, not just emotional abuse, but also mental and every kind of abuse. Because when you're isolated, you do not just think right. So I hope that as a person, you keep pushing yourself out and help yourself to better. So I am also going to enjoin all of us to kindly stay to the end. As you can see, we have just 10 minutes per professional. And that is just so that we do not also just get, we just not also get, how will I put it? We just have a taster of why this space is important, and also like learn as fast as we can. Because if we're going to let these people teach us about how best to go about our personal and our careers, or advise us, we'll definitely be needing like 3 days webinar. So stay tuned and learn as fast as you can. So over to you, Monica. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you so much. A round of applause again. Let's clap with that emoji again for our convener. All right, thank you so much. So for the next speaker now, that's Benita Ojada. Is she in the house? Benita, are you there? Is Benita here?
I am. Yes, I
Oh,
am.
okay. Okay, you are. All right, you're welcome to the platform. So in a few minutes, I will have to take your profile. She'll be taking us on business and brand development. And while I go ahead with our profile. So Benita Ojada is a biomedical technology graduate and a practicing cake expert. Benita built herself a thriving cake business, popularly known as Nita's Cakes, in the heart of Lagos. She is proudly the first money roll baker in Nigeria, and her treats are to die for. I'm sure you might actually, want to lick mouth at this point and be like, oh, I need to make the order. Okay. She's excitedly married to a heartthrob, and they are currently blessed with 2 amazing children. You're welcome once again.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
All right, you have 10 minutes, please. And I was hoping you're going to serve us cake. Everyone just take a piece of the cake she has brought to the group.
I wish I could send some, but it's virtual, so we cannot have them.
Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, everyone. How are we doing? Thank you, Meba. Thank you for having me.
Okay, so talking about business. Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can.
Okay. So talking about business branding, I really don't have a slide or a, what do I call it, a prepared notes for it. However, I'm just going to be talking about how I started, how we can push our businesses or push your business if you're just starting. The way I started, it was just trying to make sure that you are taking each day as it comes, pushing and pushing basically. I'm so sorry I don't have a prepared note. I am really sorry about that. And I am just going to be
No, that's fine.
I would advise that hello.
No, I think that is fine. You don't have to use a note. You can just go ahead.
Okay. So I'm just going to be talking, like I said, about how I started, which is just, innovation, pushing, trying to make sure that you're innovating yourself on a daily basis. You're doing new things, basically, and then the passion for the business has actually put me into this position, or puts me in this position that I'm in right now. So that's basically it. I don't know if you have questions related to any of them that I could answer. I would rather have questions and then I answer them. I think that will work since I don't have a prepared slide for it.
Okay, do we have anyone with question? Please kindly raise your hand. V Grail, you're still raising your hand. Do you want to ask a question? V Grail.
Sorry, I wonder. Yes, I'm so sorry about that.
No problem. Who is that?
So,
I
want to ask. Benita is very, very shy, and showing her face is already like magical. But she's an amazing businesswoman, and she's good at what she do. There's no how, even if you don't love cake and you taste Benita's cake, I think you'll have like a second reason to love cakes. And Benita is one person that has been able to innovate herself as a baker in Lagos. I don't know if you guys know about when money rolls started coming. People started making money roll out of cake. Benita here is like the first person to do that in Nigeria. So Just you take that for me.
Whoa.
So, Benita, I want you to know that as a businesswoman, what would you say? What would you say keeps your business going? What would you say is the reason why you do business? Because at some point, I know that in Avestas, you're like always at the point at the entrance with
Yes.
tasting with pieces of your cakes to sell to people. But now somehow you never care about us again. With that, you're always buying all the time. So, what would you say help your business to grow, and how did you achieve that?
Okay. It has just been innovation, hard work. It has been starting from the scratch and taking each day with passion, hard work, and diligence, basically. That has
So,
just been my push.
would you say that you have someone that plans your business growth with you, and all you do is concentrate on baking and all of that, or this is something that you also have to multitask and manage on your own?
Well, multitasking. However, now I've been able to delegate. We started with doing everything. I am the customer care representative, I'm the baker, the washman, and everything. But now there are now people in different sectors. We even have editors coming in sometimes, to take stock and all of that. So we've been able to delegate over the years or over time. There are people that do the branding, the marketing, there are customer care representative. So all of these things have now been separated over time.
Okay, I have a question. So over
Yes.
time now, we know the economy has been ash. So what has kept you
Yes.
going, especially when we know there's hike in price of things for people who probably starting to delve into this kind of business? What advice do you have for them, for the hike in price and then having to name a certain price to customers?
Yes, sometimes it could be tiring. However, you need to make sure that you are not running at a loss. That is one thing that I keep saying. You are not doing the business just for fun. It is a business, and then it must yield profit. You must make profit from it. And how do you make profit from it if you're just doing it for fun? So there must be someone in charge, or even if you are the one going to be in charge of your accounting sector, you need to make sure that you are not running at a loss. The proper account for every item is being recorded. What did I buy today? Hope this thing is going to yield so amount. So that has always been on record. No matter how high the prices are, we keep increasing. It's not our fault. Everyone is aware of how the economy is. However, we just try to make sure that we can take some of them, like some of the hike. If you want to just try to reduce some of the prices, yes, that works. However, we must not run at a loss, no matter what. So that is just one major thing that I would always advise every upcoming baker. Make sure that you're taking your stock, make sure that you are making money in business. I hope I answered that. Yes, please.
Yes, you did. Thank you so much, Benita, for your time.
Thank you.
Would there be any
Thank
other
you, everyone.
question? Do you have question before we proceed?
I think Idiang has a question. We can just take that finally, then go to the next person.
All right. Yes, raising the
Hi,
hand.
good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Good
So,
afternoon.
yes, so my question is to her because I'm literally in the same field. She's a baker and a chef.
Oh,
So my question now is, how do you do your costing to make sure that you get profit out of it? Because you can go to the market today and this thing is 2,000 naira, and then you go tomorrow, it is 3,000 naira, and you've already charged this person for this job already. You understand me? So how do you work around your costing to utilize profits?
Okay. So what I do is most of the time, whenever we do our account regularly, say every month, now that prices have just been increasing every day, sort of. So you do it as frequent as possible. You make sure that you give a 10%, at least 10% increase. That 10% gap is just in case you get back tomorrow and then there is an increase in price. Can we still, just in case there is an increase in price, you have that 10% increase there. So say for instance, you buy your flour for say 300 naira today, you are tagging it at 500 naira when you're doing your costing, so that if you go there tomorrow and it's 400 naira, you are still on track. Do you understand me, please?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Thank you
And
so
then
much.
because of the increase these days, you need to make sure that you are doing your costing as regular as you can, say monthly or quarterly, however you want to do it. Is that fine?
Thank you so much, Benita. Idion,
Thank you.
has your question been answered?
Yes, thank you very much.
All right. Thank you so much, Benita, for your time.
You're welcome. Thank you all for having me.
Thank you so much for making us salivate on thinking about cake. We're dead. Don't worry. We'll make sure we try to make the order, and then we wish your business good success.
Amen. Thank you so
All right.
much.
Thank you so much. Do we have Victor Omola in the house? Victor, are you around?
Yes, ma'am, I am.
Okay, all right, good to have you here. So while you're prepared to take us on finding footing with tech, I will have to take your bio. And okay, so Mr. Victor right here is a